Hello to everyone. My name is Shavi Zane. Thank you all for joining me at this time. So this message that I am coming on to bring to you all is in regards to a dream that I had last night. Um, and this particular dream actually helped me to come into realization about someone in the 3D. Okay. And so let me start off by telling you all this dream, and then I want to pull the cards to see what this dream might mean in terms of me interpreting it to you all and what it might mean for your current circumstances, if anything. So, um, in this dream, I was actually, I don't know where I was at, but I was climbing up this ladder. I had one person that was ahead of me on this ladder. It was a female we was climbing up this ladder together, and below us there was a lot of people that was standing around just watching us climb this ladder. And I heard a woman from my, out of my right side. I don't know where she came from because it was a big crowd, but she screamed out and she was like, look at those Aries. And she was like, bees. She called us bitchs. Okay. And she was like, I don't know who they think they are. And so I looked. I didn't see her. I just know I heard her. Okay. So I went, I climbed this ladder, and I don't know where it led me because I ended up in another part of my dream after this. And so I was in a lobby type of area, and there was people that was walking down the aisle, down the corridor, as I was sitting there, and someone walked up and they picked up a garbage bag. I think it was like a chip bag. It was balled up, and they threw it at me and kept walking. And so I looked and I'm like, well, what's going on here? My clock says 1:11 on my microwave. I said, what's going on here? And I happened to see a female from my peripheral who she kept walking. She didn't stop. I guess she didn't want me to know who she was. Next thing I know, I don't know if my intuition kicked in, but I got up, I grabbed the female, pushed her down on the couch. I had her by her shirt, and I told her, you're going to stop disrespecting me. I said, that was the main thing. I was like, you're going to stop disrespecting me. I don't know what your problem is, but you're going to stop disrespecting me. So I was holding on to her shirt. Now, this is not usually me in the 3D, okay? I don't usually just snatch people up by their shirts or by their collars, okay? I haven't done that since elementary school, okay? And I didn't do it much then either. So obviously there was a lot of pent up anger in me towards this particular woman. And so she got up and she ran into this other room, which was right across the way from the lobby that I was sitting in. And the room had mirrors. I mean, not mirrors, but windows on it. So it was see through. So everybody that was in the lobby, they was like watching this unfold because there was no doors. It was just all windows. And so I went in, and something told me to go in behind her. So I did. And a bunch of tiny little holograms, like little square holograms, started appearing all around me, okay? So I was, she started screaming and she was like, I'm not a karmic. I'm not a karmic. Like she said it over and over again, crying and pleading, trying to convince me that she was not a karmic. So I said, well, what the hell is going on? So I started picking up these little squares that was being presented to me. And through each hologram, I was able to see all of the wicked intentions that this woman was doing towards me in the past, in the present, and in the future. Each little hologram, there was like a visual, almost like a movie playing out. Everyone that I picked up, and I was just looking at them, and she just kept screaming, I'm not a karmic, I'm not a karmic, I'm not a karmic, just crying and hollering. So I ended up in another part of my dream, and all I know is that I was burning, like fire was everywhere. I was burning stuff, burning things. I was burning clothes. It was just a bunch of stuff that I was burning. Fire was everywhere. And I woke up. So I did some thinking because I'm like, what could this have possibly meant? And I prayed for clarity. And I ended up coming into the understanding about a particular woman who I don't have any real connection with her. I don't know her that well, but I've had some interaction with her. Okay. Um, And I found that she was actually throwing stones and hiding her hand. She was doing things behind my back out of jealousy and envy towards me. I was given that revelation through my dream in regards to this particular woman. And so what I went and did right afterwards was, of course, I started burning the connection, any cords, cutting cords, burning all things, all negative energy that was sent my way, just like I tell you all to do in terms of burning and releasing. Um, and so I found that to be very interesting how that played out, because again, I was ascending this ladder. That's where it all began, ascending this ladder. And she began by saying things towards me, but specifically, look at those Aries. So apparently, myself and the woman who was ahead of me on the ladder was also an Aries. And I know the Aries sign is the sign of a leader, okay? It's a fire sign. So a lot of passion, a lot of, we usually have a lot of passion, a lot of get up and go, a lot of, that fiery energy. And also the Aries is symbolic of the emperor, which is that masculine energy of establishing a kingdom, a firm foundation, wisdom, that type of energy, okay? And so she had an issue with my nature, part of my blueprint as an Aries. But on top of that, when she was saying these things towards me, she was hiding. She was throwing rocks and hiding her hand. She didn't want me to know who she was, so she did it when there was lots of crowds around. And one thing that I did remember is that when she said these things, there was a lot of little minions, little hyena minions. Just like I thought about the movie The Lion King, where Scar, every time he would say something, the hyenas would start cackling, because that was his little, little posse, his little crew, okay? And so it was that type of energy where they started laughing every time she said something, but she wouldn't allow herself to be seen. And so even when she walked up to me and threw the garbage bag at me, or the chip bag at me, she still kept walking as if she did not want to be seen. And it wasn't until I got up and I snatched her up and I followed her to go and see where all of these messages, it's like it was handed to me. Not just what she had been doing to me, what I intuitively knew she had been doing, but literally all of those things that she did in the dark that apparently the Most High had been eyewitnessing. It was all being recorded. Nothing was kept secret, okay? And so it was handed to me literally in my hand, holographic views of what she had done in the past, in the present, and what she was planning to do in the future. And so the burning, the fire, again, as a Aries, we are a fire sign. I feel like it represented me utilizing my gifts, my spiritual gifts, to release and to cleanse and to purify all of those things that she might have been trying to send my way. Okay, so I had to share that dream with you all. So I want to see, what does this mean for you, okay, in terms of this dream? Because ascending up a ladder, obviously that means elevation, okay? The fire as the Aries sign means taking your power back, taking authority over your life, okay? And doing it from a space of passion. And then moving forward, when we're talking about people doing things and hiding their hand, trying to do things, trying to cloak themselves and pretend to be something that they're not. And the only thing that actually would have allowed her to continue is if I had not unmasked her, if I had not recognized her and stopped her in her tracks. It's like I had to awaken and I had to take initiative to go and seek the answers in order to find out who this person was that was throwing stones and hiding their hand. And it's like that was her biggest fear. Her biggest fear was for me to actually unmask her and to find out who she was. And so that's why she kept screaming to the top of her lungs, I'm not a karmic, which a karmic is somebody who, they come here, especially when it comes to us chosen, they come here with the agenda to try and stop us from our divine purpose. They have that spirit of jealousy and envy. They come here, they want to siphon your energy. They want to steal your creative gifts. They want to steal your inheritance. They want to steal your purpose. They want to steal your blessings that are coming. Like these spirits, when they're operating in a low vibrational energy, they have this psychotic mindset to actually believe that the Most High is just going to allow them to come in and just completely snatch up your entire inheritance and every facet of you, and they get to have it. Haven't done any work, haven't done any healing, haven't given any reverence to the Most High God, but they think that they can just come in and steal from the chosen. And so it was made apparent to her that nothing had been kept hidden. Every single thing that she had done had been recorded, and not only was it recorded, but it was being handed to me like it was being handed on a platter for me to unveil it right there and before her eyes. So even though she was hollering and screaming, wanting me to believe something different through all of this fear that she was, projecting, I'm not a karmic, I'm not a karmic, and all of this emotion that she had, it was really the fact that she had been caught. And the fact that I was able to see, there was no doubt in my mind at that point of who she was, what she was doing, and I was able to see way beyond the surface. So on the surface, she's calling me out of my name and throwing chip bags at me, but behind that, the woman was practicing a lot of wickedness, and I wish I could remember what the holograms were showing me in terms of the pictures, but I just knew it wasn't good, and she was so terrified that I was actually able to see these things. And so at that point, she knew that judgment was being established over her head for all that she had done, planned to do, and was currently doing. Okay, so what does this mean for you all? Okay, so we got the Ace of Wands. That's that fire. Okay, there's that fire right there, that passion. Right here at the bottom of the deck, we got the Five of Pentacles. Okay, I feel like this is representation of whoever this woman was that was in my dream. Because the Ace of Wands, that's that passionate new spark, that passionate new beginning, that fiery new beginning. And this is here right around the third eye chakra here, showing that you possess a lot of wisdom. Okay, possessing a lot of wisdom, this passionate new start, this passionate new beginning here. Maybe even a creative endeavor that you might be getting ready to embark on, and somebody is feeling left out in the cold here with the Five of Pentacles. They don't have access here. They do not have access. They're being left out in the cold. And see, the key is right here. But even though the key is right there, she still is denied access because she doesn't have the vision to see. She doesn't have the vision to see that the key is right here. And so she holds her head down in shame, because that woman was definitely in shame about what she was attempting to do towards me, okay? And the fact that I was able to see it. I was able to see it through my spiritual eyes. I was given the revelation through my spiritual eyes. And so that fire that existed within me, it was like that passion came through. I used that fire as a way of clearing out my energy. That same fire sign, that Aries that she was speaking against, ended up using the energy of the fire in order to clear her up out of my space. But it wasn't until after I was shown her intentions that I was able to do this. So let's see. This could mean that you all are leaving some people behind. Look at this. Five of Cups, okay? You're having to leave some people behind here. And this is the Five of Cups, Five of Pentacles. The number 5 indicates change. 5 plus 5 is 10. So we're talking about a completion of a cycle when it comes to these types of people and this type of energy, okay? And there's a lot of grieving that is happening as a result of this, okay? A lot of grieving. People are going through it because those same blackbirds that they were sending, trying to send a lot of negative energy your way, those sleepless nights that you might have had to go through as a result of what they was doing, or even just trying to send negative energy your way in general that just, threw you off balance, is now come back full circle, okay? The Queen of Wands in the reverse. Look at this. Right behind that is the Seven of Swords. I'm telling y'all, the Queen of Wands in reverse is somebody who is very jealous. This is also someone who practices dark magic here. So this woman who was very envious and jealous of me, and I'm not just going to keep it in terms of talking about me, but in terms of the dream, I want you all to understand it and use it to connect it to what's happening with you and your circumstances so that you can understand here. Seven of Swords is all about theft. It's all about stealing. trying to get away with something, but doing it in the dark. You see how this person has a hoodie on, trying to cloak themselves, trying to hide themselves, throwing stones and hiding their hand. But these birds are here, they're squawking, they're telling on them. So there's nothing that's ever hidden, because this person, they was leaving behind evidence the whole time. You see these feathers are in their bag. They're leaving behind all of the evidence as they go along. And see, you got the light of the moon here, which is illuminating them. So nothing is ever hidden. And so whoever this woman was that was doing this dark magic towards me, or that was attempting to do spell work towards me out of jealousy and envy, in hopes that she could pretty much swap positions. Like, she wanted my intuitive wisdom. She wanted to be able to steal my intuitive wisdom. Okay, so you have people around you, especially as the chosen. We possess a lot of gifts that the average person does not possess, because the average person does not want to heal. The average person does not create that connection between themselves and the Most High God. And so, and if you're just not chosen, then you're just not chosen. Okay, it is what it is. And so there's people out here that understand. They know who they are, and they know who they are not. They know who you are, and they know who you are not. And so those who understand that you have a divine purpose and a divine calling, and that you possess a gift, a great gift, a very powerful gift, that this is something that, how can someone try to take something that's intuitively engraved? This is engraved within your DNA. This is within you. It's not something that they can physically steal. But there's people out here who are silly enough to believe that if they practice dark magic, and if they use these particular rituals and spells, that they will actually be able to get away with stealing your gift. Okay? But now, because they're being unmasked, because your intuitive wisdom has kicked in, they're now having to go through a lot of grieving, taking a lot of losses. They're being left out in the cold. They're not welcome into the kingdom that's being established, because it's going to take them a few lifetimes potentially to actually get it together. Okay? They might have to go through 10 lifetimes in order to level up and to understand the importance of releasing themselves and not trying to send this type of energy towards people in order to, because the attempt was to lower my energy, lower my vibrations, okay, get me outside of my element. But it was that passion and that spark, that passion and that fire that I have within me that actually fueled me to say, no, I'm going to go towards her and find out what is the agenda. What is your problem? Now, I probably could have avoided snatching her up by the collar, but everything happens for a reason. So I guess I was supposed to snatch her up in order to be able to see there's something here. And I feel like the extra anger was me intuitively knowing that she was doing more than just speaking negatively against me and throwing chip bags at me. It was something greater than that. And when I saw, when I tell you it was so many holograms, it's like this woman, if you see all these candles down here, it's like for every candle there was a hologram. So for every candle that she attempted to burn, in order to send negative things my way, or in order to try and steal my gifts, or whatever her intention was, in order to cause financial discord or grieving or sleepless nights, whatever it is she was trying to do, is, first of all, it didn't work. But each one of these candles was like a representation of each little hologram. And so she was doing this for quite some time. Okay. So I feel like for you all, you're getting ready to be able to see, like, the enemy has been throwing stones and hiding his hand from you, but you're getting ready to be able to amass literally who these people are that has been betraying you behind your back, because this is the 10 of Swords. This is all about that energy of betrayal. But there's a completion of this cycle that is happening for you all, because I feel strongly that you are taking your power back. Yeah, so there's people that's going to be grieving, okay? They're going to be grieving. Yeah, look at this. The death came out, okay? This is coming to an end. This cycle is coming to a complete halt for these people. Now, I don't wish any bad things, because even when I was able to come into the revelation of who this person was, I went into, right away into releasing whatever it is and destroying all of those things that this person was trying to send towards me. But on top of that, I just take it to the Most High God. And I tell him, all right, now, I call him Father Yah. I'm going to allow you to establish the highest form of righteous judgment and justice on my behalf when it comes to this situation. And I leave it at that. And so, like I said, I don't remember exactly what was in the holograms that was being shown to me. I just knew that it wasn't no good. And when I tell you all of that fire that I had around me, all of, when I was burning those things, I feel like, I don't know, it don't look good when it comes to where this might go for this person, okay? Because the energy that's coming out, 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, 9 of Swords, 7 of Swords to indicate that they're being, unmasked. Nothing is being hidden. 10 of Swords is like a painful ending, okay? And then the Death card coming out. I don't know. I'm not saying anything. But I will say that it has come to an end, okay? And that if this person does not have to deal with actually losing their life, then they have to definitely deal with a major shift and transformation where they're going to have to put this behavior to an end and deal with the karmic lessons that will come to them to help them to see things more clearly, to help them to heal, get the lessons so that they can move forward. And so, look at this. This person was in competition. The 5 of Wands indicates that competitive energy, trying to get to, what's up there? The fire, okay? That's exactly what this is up here, if you all can see that clearly. Trying to get to the flame, which is the flame that exists within you, okay? It's within you. It's engraved in your DNA. It's on a soul level, okay? This flame right here, all right? This intuitive wisdom. But it's a lot of people around you that was like crabs in a barrel trying to get to. And remember, this takes me back to the ladder. I mentioned that I was climbing a ladder, so I had already climbed this ladder. I had already ascended up this ladder. And now here it is, a lot of people here that's trying to fight to get up there, to get to my flame, okay? And so I feel like this is what's happening for the chosen. If you go back and listen to my message in regards to the spiritual weapon of the enemy, the spiritual agenda of the enemy, where when I spoke about potential energy, I spoke about chess. If you all watched that, if you haven't seen it, go back and check it out. That might not be the exact title. I try to post it in the description box if I can, remember to do that after this. But I did speak on the potential energy and how when we get to the top, the enemy wants to come in and try to steal that energy. And so there are a lot of, little pawns around here that they don't possess the gift. They don't possess the gift of knowing. They don't understand, how to utilize the key, because the key is not anything physical. It's the key that is engraved within you in terms of getting into the kingdom, creating the kingdom within you and being a part of building the kingdom. Not everybody possesses this, okay? And so access is denied for these people at this time. I don't know what the Most High's plan is in terms of, when we talk about separating the wheat from the tare, what's going to happen with those who are false? What's going to happen with the tare? Those who are able to cloak themselves and to pretend to be something that they're not, to pretend to have an image, but they, like I said, they throw stones and hide their hand. So they do a lot of these things in the dark. But the Most High has been taking, he's been taking stock, he's been taking inventory, he's been taking record of all of these things that these people have been doing and storing it up. Okay, so that eventually at the right time, you all will be able to be handed a clear picture of who these people are in your life, what they've been doing, what their intentions were towards you, and given the understanding of what you need to do in order to set yourself free from these people. Okay, and so yes, these people they was trying to come in, even though she tried to make it seem as if she had an issue with fire signs or with that fire, she was still the same person that was in competition trying to get to it. Okay, doing things underhandedly to try to get to it though. Trying to climb a ladder that she wasn't meant to go up, because as you can see now, this don't even look like a ladder anymore. It's destroyed. So it's like once me and whoever else was supposed to get to the top, it's almost like the ladder just came crumbling down. And so now they're just trying to use whatever they can to reach the top, but they can't get there. They can't touch it though. Okay, they can't get to it. because it's not meant for them to get to it. And so people have tried desperate measures. There's three fives here. So the number 5 indicates change, okay? So if you've been seeing a lot of number 5s around you, there's changes that's getting ready to take place, because these people are now getting ready to be revealed. If they have not already been revealed in your life, you're getting ready to see who these people are, okay? And you're going to need to write down whatever intuitively comes to you in terms of what their intentions were, and burn and release, okay? Destroying all negative intentions that this person may have had towards you, and releasing their energy from your life in spirit and in flesh. Because these people are getting ready to go through a lot of mourning, potentially even financial, Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. They're going to be losing finances, because in the upright, this is receiving. In the reverse, you might as well go ahead and drop them coins, because money is going to be slipping right through your fingers, okay? These people, they're going to have to go through poverty, and a lot of grieving, sleepless nights, whatever it is that they was trying to send your way. A lot of betrayal here with the 10 of Swords. Like I said, all of these candles here represents all of the times that these people was using spell work, rituals, dark magic, whatever you want to call it, to try and steal from you, to try to steal your gifts. And this person, they was dangerous with it. This person has a whole knife, okay? So it's like they had no mercy. They was willing to, whatever it is they had to do in order to get what it is that they wanted, as long as they could stay hidden, they was willing to take extreme measures, okay? And like I said in the dream, I feel like that's why I jacked her up the way that I did, because intuitively I knew that she was doing something far, far worse than throwing chip bags and calling me out of my name. And so you got, you'll find as a chosen seed that you will have multiple enemies out here, even people that you don't necessarily know that well, but they're just, because they're envious, because they have recognized who you are, because we're at a time now in the age of Aquarius, at the time of the reveal, and moving into 2022, where a lot of partnerships and divine connections are coming through. And the number 2 indicating the balance, okay? Like the justice scales, okay? I see the 2 balance scales there with the number 2. So justice being established, okay? Things being balanced out. And so when justice is established, that means that what you put out there, you got to now you're going to receive that back. And only these people know what the hell they've been doing. Only these people know how deep the rabbit hole goes in terms of what it is that they was doing towards you in what they thought was the darkness, okay? But ultimately, it wasn't in secret, okay? It was all being recorded. Nothing has been in secret. The only thing is, at a time, you was not able to see it, because maybe for a time, you might have been looking at things through your through your physical eyes. But the moment you close your physical eyes and start to see things from your spiritual eyes, is when the revelations come through. Is when the Most High says, okay, I'm going to grant you an understanding, because now you're connecting from a spiritual level. You're no longer on the surface of life, okay? You're recognizing that you are a spirit having a human experience. So yes, you asked me for clarity. You asked me to show you. So here it is. And like I said, holograms everywhere. I was able to see it. There was nothing that was hidden, including her plans and intentions for the future. But even that got shut down, okay? So it's like I was shown the future and was able to stop the future in its tracks. And so, yeah, look at this. So we have the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups has that divine connection, okay? If you can see here, the crown is up here, okay? The crown is up there to indicate that divine connection to the Most High. And she's very intuitive, okay? She knows who she is. Very intuitive, possessing this divine gift. But see, this is this other woman. This is the other woman who wanted to try to take that, okay? She wanted to try to take that gift, because see, the chosen, we have a tendency to be very nurturing, very giving of ourselves, and very empathetic with other people. And so I think people tend to abuse that. That's why we tend to attract narcissistic people. People will abuse that and thinking, well, because this person seems nice and they're loving and they're all about love and all about kindness and giving and healing, then they're an easy target. But little do they know, okay, they got it all twisted. They need to recognize that there's a polarity to everything, okay? And that just like the Most High is not just all butterflies and raindrops, okay? We also possess within us that passion that will cause you to snatch somebody up by their collar. Now, I'm not telling you to snatch nobody up by their collar physically, but I'm saying spiritually snatching somebody up by their collar and letting them know that you possess a gift. You possess the power and the strength. The Most High has granted you the authority to establish your power and your strength in the spiritual realm and to put to rest all of these things that these people have been trying to do to you in the physical. Okay? And so that's all about taking your power back. Taking your power back and establishing your authority over these people who just don't seem to understand that this is not just about, but of course, I forgive whoever the person was. I forgive her. But that doesn't mean that I don't expect the righteous judgment and justice to be established over her head for what it is that she was trying to do. People need to understand. You need to know who you messing with. Okay. And so this is how it is when it comes to the chosen. People tend to want to take advantage of your good heart. Okay. And really just believe that they can get away with doing these types of things and that it will never be revealed. And so this person, she wanted to try and steal the gift. Okay. She thought that she was going to try to steal the gift. But see, the problem is, first of all, when it comes to especially like spiritual gifts, okay, your intuitive wisdom, your ability to see, to know, to understand, whatever your gift is, a person on a low vibrational scale, you can come in and do all of the dark magic that you want. You will never possess the gift because you don't possess the love in your heart. You don't possess the empathy. You don't possess the divine connection to know what to do with the gift. And so you spend all of this time thinking that you're getting away with something. They might have thrown a few stumbling blocks your way and caused things to slow down or caused, little hiccups. But it ain't nothing that they can do that's actually going to stop you from your actual divine purpose. And if they think that the Most High would allow them to use dark magic to take your spiritual gifts that he gave you to create the kingdom for their possession, just to stroke their ego, just to make them think that they have something, just to make them believe that they have some sort of divine connection or whatever it is that they try to obtain through their ego and through their own pride. What the hell you gonna do with it? You don't even know what to do with the damn key when you get it. Okay? So this is that woman, you sitting up there, you sit up there trying to steal the key. Okay, so you get the key, and now guess what? You still have no access because you don't understand what the key is for. Only those who have the divine connection to the Most High God understand what this key is all about. Because they understand that this is all about healing the nation. This is all about creating the kingdom. This is all about establishing righteous judgment and balance and doing things from a space of integrity. This is about healing so that you can gain access to your gifts. But these fools always want to take these shortcuts. Let me go and conjure up some demons. Let me go and light some candles. Let me go and buy me some spell books and see if I can siphon the energy from him or siphon the energy from her and see if I can possess what they have that's of value. But what you fail to understand is whatever it is you thought you had in that bag, this divine connection is infinite access. Okay? This cup is always being refilled. Okay? So you ain't never taken nothing. What you're doing is you're establishing a record. Okay? You're establishing a criminal history for yourself before the Most High God and the spiritual team that is surrounding the chosen, so that by the time your ass is revealed and everything is brought forward, you have a whole record of crap that you have done, and now you got to sit in that same shit. Now you have to deal with it. All of those things that you continue to steal, you thought you was doing something, now you can't do nothing with it except bury it. What you gonna do with it? You possess a key that you don't even know how to damn use. Okay? You went and stole and tried to steal a key that you don't even know how to use because access was never meant for you. And I'm not talking to y'all, I'm talking to these foolish people. But if you happen to come and watch the video, then yes, I'm talking to you. If you out here doing this type of stuff, These so-called witches and warlocks and these people out here that's been practicing this dark magic, doing things against the chosen, thinking that they about to cause stumbling blocks so that they can try to possess your gifts and possess your inheritance and your wealth that's been stored up for you. They foolish to think that the Most High ain't constantly refilling our cup. This is infinite access, divine access, because we surrendered. Excuse me. We surrendered to the process of healing. These fools don't want me talking. We surrendered to the process of healing. We established the divine connection to the Most High God. And so our access is infinitely abundant and available to us, okay? Let me get some water. Give me a nice big bottle of coconut water, okay? Our access now I got the hiccups, y'all. It is infinitely, abundantly available to us. So even if for a time they was able to, okay, get away with some things, cause some stumbling blocks, and somehow create some sort of outcome for themselves where they thought they had some sort of power, right? They thought that they thought they were successful for a time. They really thought that they was getting away with something. So they had something in their bag. They thought they possessed something, but it really just turned out to be a whole bunch of black feathers that wasn't going to do shit for them. It turned out to be a key that they was not going to be able to do anything with. It turned out to be a bag of garbage, because right behind her is just a bunch of garbage. It turned out to be a bag that she thought she possessed something, but she can't do nothing with it. Now, this is the result of her actions. Sleepless nights, grieving, okay? Grieving, taking losses, being abandoned, left out in the cold. Death is here, okay? Death is here. Taking financial losses. I don't know. When are they going to learn? Many of them are learning now, okay? Taking losses. Whatever it is that she thought she was doing, or he or she, however it resonates in your life, this person, they're losing now. Whatever it is they thought they was learning, they're not gaining anything from it, okay? Page of Pentacles is in a reverse. They have to release it, okay? They have to release whatever control or power it is that they're trying to have over the chosen, because, again, we are divine beings. We have a direct and infinitely available connection. The Most High has crowned us. He's already recognized us for who we are, okay? And actually on her neck, it looks like she possesses the key right there on her neck, okay? And so we always have access. Access is never denied for us, but it is denied for those people who choose not to heal. It is denied for those people who are not supposed to be a part of the kingdom. And so you think you're going to bogart your way in. Just like on my other channel, Shavi Zane, the spiritual counselor, I had a dream a few months back, and it ended up taking me towards a scripture in regards to the women who, the 5 wise women and the 5 foolish women who were getting prepared for the bridegroom to come in, okay? And, many of them, the 5 wise women, they kept their lamps lit, okay? They brought the oil that they needed to keep their lights lit. And then the foolish women, they didn't bring no oil. They just figured, well, we're going to meet with the bridegroom, and when the time comes, if we run out of oil, if our light goes out, we're just going to tell the wise women to give me their oil. And in the scripture, it literally says that the women looked at the other, when their lights went out and the announcement was made that the bridegroom was coming, they looked at the wise women. They didn't ask for oil. They didn't say, can I get some? Would you mind giving me a little bit? No, they said, give me your oil. Like just trying to bully, trying to, just bogart their way in, assuming that the wise women was going to just, be little docile lambs and say, oh, here you go, take my oil. No, but instead what they said was, what did they say? Pretty much never that. It's not going to happen. Take your behind down the street, go to the store and get your own doggone oil. Didn't you know that we was going to be out here and potentially have to wait for the bridegroom to show up for some time? And you sitting up here telling me that you want my oil? They told him, no, it's not going to happen. Go down the street to the store and get it. Okay? So these people, they don't anticipate that we have that side to us where we have that lion. Okay, the Most High has given us that fire, that passion within us where it's like, no, you're not going to just trample all over us. You're not going to try to abuse your so-called power that you think you have. And what ended up happening? The bridegroom showed up and access was denied. They was not able to be let in. They ran all the way down the street to go get some oil, and by the time they came back, the door was closed. So you went and got that oil, which is symbolic of that key, which you thought was going to give you access, but ultimately access was denied. Why? Because you've chosen not to heal. Why? Because you've chosen not to do the work, because you don't have that divine connection, because you've been operating from a space of darkness, jealousy, envy, pride, ego, your carnal nature, doing dark magic, spell work, all types of stuff against the chosen, because you was jealous of the divine connection and the spiritual gifts. Okay? So let me just pull a couple of more, y'all, and I'm going to close out. You got the 10 of Wands in the reverse. Okay, so releasing all of that baggage is what's going to happen here. So I feel like this is symbolic of me burning. Okay, I burnt a lot of things, and the Wands always deals with fire. Okay, so yeah, I had a lot of stuff that I had to burn. So this could be symbolic of carrying that energy of whatever it is that person was trying to send your way, needing to go and to cleanse your environment. Like I said, writing down and releasing things, maybe even taking like a spiritual bath, cleansing yourself in some Himalayan sea salt, and praying, setting your intentions of cleansing your vessel in spirit and in flesh, purifying your vessel, maybe even fasting for a few days. But whatever it is that you need to do in order to cleanse yourself and to release the baggage that this person has tried to send your way, now all I can just say is, boomerang effect. All they can do is look forward to the lessons. Okay? There's nothing wrong with lessons, because we as the chosen, haven't we been going through the lessons all of our lives and overcoming, doing what's necessary to heal ourselves and to, push up that hill, okay, to climb that ladder, okay? Because it's not easy climbing up to the top. It's not easy pushing up to the top when you have all of these people, energy, spirits, whoever they are, the enemy trying to push you back down, okay, trying to stop you from getting to the top. And then on top of that, they clamoring like crabs in a barrel trying to get to you once you get up there. You see what I'm saying? And so it's like we had to take the lessons. We had to learn the lessons to get to where we are today. So you best believe those who have been operating from a space of darkness and wickedness, I'm not going to sit back and pray that they don't have to get them lessons. Hell yeah, they're going to have to get them lessons. They need them lessons. And if the Most High establishes that they're going to get them for multiple lifetimes, or that they might have to lose this one, depending on what they did, and then start again, but come back, having to deal with those lessons, having to, whatever it is they got to go through, maybe many lifetimes, however the Most High establishes it, I'm not going to sit. I put my hands up, because the Most High said, vengeance is mine. I don't believe in sending nothing back. I don't operate with lower level entities in order to get my divine blessings, because that doesn't work. First of all, it's false. It's an illusion. It does not work. Okay. What does work is that true divine connection to the Most High God. Okay. Balancing out your emotions, healing yourself, surrendering to the process. And so, yeah, King of Pentacles, y'all about to sit very beautifully. Okay. You're going to sit very beautifully in terms of your stability. And let me see, is there anything else that I need to bring forth before I close out? Look at this. Oh, I'm gonna close out with this. Judgment Day is here. Okay, that's what that says down there. Let me put it close. Judgment. Okay, judgment is here for those who wanted to try and steal. That's the number 20, so that's also the number 2. I feel like 2022 is the time of judgment. Like I said, it's the time of balancing things out. And hey, it is what it is. So I love you all. I hope that you all received this message well, and that it's been able to bring some clarity for you. If you want a private reading from me, you can always email me. Thank you all for all of the donations. and all of the love, the likes, the subscribes, the comments, and I hope to see you all again next time.